Good afternoon folks and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new game Dorfromantik. This game is brought to you from Marco from Tucana Interactive, which is a tiny indie game studio based in Berlin. I was given this key because I was a StarCraft 2 player and he said would I be interested in a new chill game. Dorfromantik is a peaceful building strategy and puzzle game where you can create beautiful and ever-growing village landscapes by cleverly placing tiles and exploring a variety of colourful biomes by placing these tiles down and completing quests to fill your world with life. Now, it says that although the game is fully playable, we're still continuing to add additional content during the early access phase, and they're excited to bring it. So this isn't the full game, this is early access, but this is a peak, and I've been very much enjoying this game, and it was a big shock because I'm not a fan of city building games, I'm not a fan of puzzle games, and I generally don't really do well with chill games because I just don't, but this was actually very chill. And I really did enjoy it. So I think the best way for me to go into this game is just to do a live demonstration. I can do all of the compilations in the world, but the best thing to do is a simple live demonstration. So as we head into the game, you're going to be greeted by what is part of the world I have begun to create. And I can explain how this world was formed and how we got into it. Now to begin, there is a wonderful soundtrack and there are rewards for playing the game. So the more you play, the more areas you visit and the more sort of challenges you do, you will unlock different types of skins and different kind of pieces. And again, these will be added to and updated as the game's life cycle continues. So inside of this game, you're greeted with a card-based puzzle type of system. On the right hand side, you're going to be seeing the tiles you have available to you. You can see the first three and you're going to figure out where you place them. And at the very beginning, you just start on a singular tile and you build out and out and out. Now, the idea of the game is to keep the game going. So that means you must complete these objectives that are on the map, such as place 10 houses connected, connect 13 fields. This triangular piece is please connect exactly 19 houses. We have a forest. Please connect exactly 76 trees. We also have a water area being built, which is again the following. Please go ahead and connect some water and form this lovely area. And we have a train area in the top right. And I've placed all of these to keep the game going, and you'll now see how the game works. It's beautifully simple, but there is also a challenging element to it, and it's so calming with the background sort of music and just audio and ambience really. So our next piece coming up is a simple water piece tile, and we're going to go ahead and place that down and open up the grid. And then we're greeted with a train piece, which we will go ahead and extend away to maybe give us a few options, and we have a singular house. Singular house can be tucked onto this one to lower the amount needed down to 18, and we'll go ahead and we'll continually extend our river out. This game has no time limit. You can build a humongous world if you can keep the tile system going, or you might get unlucky and place things in the wrong place and just struggle to keep the cards flowing, and your journey may be cut short. So as you can see here, we've built this forest, and now that we link these trees together, and these trees are linked together by being highlighted, that instead of needing 76, we only need 47. We also have a train piece that we'll go ahead and connect at the top here, and we'll bend this one away. We'll bend this one away up here so we don't bump into the field area we're creating. Now, as you can see, I just completed the challenge of linking enough train pieces together, and we were greeted with more tiles that keeps the game going. And this is the little pattern of play that you will have. The idea is to keep going and going and linking effectively until you can't continue anymore. So there's a little bit of foresight and foreplanning because you don't want to end up in a certain situation where you're that busy focusing on trying to get 18 specific houses to connect that you miss the bigger picture and run out of tiles and you never connected your forest. Now, the tiles themselves are clever because what you see on them is exactly what there is. This has 2 fields and it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 trees. So if I was to connect this, you will see it goes from 37 trees to 28. And this obviously can come in handy when you're looking for specifics. If you need just a single house to fill, you're going to have to wait for that singular house. So there's a little bit of complexness to it and a little bit of foresight and planning, but it's not overly complicated at all. It's one of those things that's like very simple to get going, and you can again make it as complex as you want. For example, this piece is a bit of a difficult one. We have 11 exact fields needed, so I can't really link it to this one because there's too many, and this field will kind of be cut short. Now I could maybe link it here, but that's going to run into my housing area. So do I want to do that right now? Well, I guess I've got 47 tiles and I'm in no danger of the game ending. So I guess I could always start a little field over here, and that's what we'll do. And we'll begin to connect and spread out this way. We now have a water piece arriving that needs 25 water pieces connected, so we've kind of built a little river area here, and we can go ahead and connect that one. And maybe we'll connect it down here, as there is some trees, and maybe later down the line we can link into that. The game has a fantastic soundtrack. It's wonderfully calming, and the game comes in at £7.31p, I think, and $9.99. And for that, with the fantastic soundtrack and such a calming game, you can't really go wrong. I've had an absolute blast playing this game, and it's truly surprised me. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did, and I didn't think it would be as addicting as it is. I thought it was a relaxing game at first, but that's all it was. I played it once and thought, well, that was calming, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and it's not really grabbing me. After getting used to how the tiles work and click together, you begin to understand what a great little game it is. The edges of the pieces matter, and that affects your score. So for example, this piece here I'm moving around. I can link this grass area here, and obviously I can place the tile and get a certain amount of points, or I can place it in a perfect location where maybe the house matches the house and the river matches the river, and I'll get bonus points and higher score. So you can get fantastic high score that way by putting in the correct pieces in the right area, but you're going to quickly run out of tiles if you're not doing the objectives. So there is a balance of making a nice looking functional area and also completing the challenges, and also just keeping an eye on everything and managing. As you can see, I can drop a water piece on here, and that means this only needs 4 pieces now. We have a couple of houses that I could link up. We also have a forest to build, so maybe I should carry on building my forest. And this is a kind of nice piece because this in a roundabout way lets me maybe link up a couple forests like this, and that helps me complete this one. And now we've got another piece, and maybe we can truly begin to maybe extend our forest outwards and connect more and more trees. Or maybe we can go ahead and we can extend our field area down here and work on this challenge. And the game is fantastically calming, which I keep mentioning because that is a very good aspect of the game. But it's just so damn addicting, and it really does have a lovely art style. It is a very, very charming art style. So I think I'll end this little area here. We'll continue to build our forest out. This is a good piece because what you want to do really is leave the faces kind of open. If I rotate this and place this around here, because the trees aren't really on the edge, I won't technically be able to link. So you do want to be careful in where you're placing. And although it's a very simple game, and the tasks you're looking at look very simple, like, hey, place 10 houses, or hey, place exactly 18 houses. Once you start to get a bigger and bigger board, and you're also trying to juggle setting up an area and also keeping the game going, it can be quite tough. Obviously here I'm trying to extend this large area of trees I've linked together towards this set of trees, which needs 233. So we can go ahead and maybe build upon that and slowly work around to linking them. But maybe I'm running out of tiles and all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, I could extend to this piece, but the game's about to end, so I better work on the houses. And it can get strangely hectic for such a calming little game. But it's been a very, very pleasant surprise. As I say, this game was sent to me because apparently I play StarCraft and they thought this would be a good fit. And maybe it's because they wanted to calm me down, and I can definitely see that, and I thank them for that. Again, this is a game that it does make you want to be peaceful and quiet, and it also just makes you want to think and pause, and I think it's got that nice element. It's got enough to make you think, but enough to also switch your brain off and calm you down. And it's been very pleasant. Now, this piece needs 68 houses to connect, so let's go ahead and fill that into our big housing estate over here. And what you can do here again is forward planning. Like, yes, I could stick it there and instantly get it going, or maybe I want to extend the area out, maybe put the trees to the backside and then fill this out with more houses. Obviously that could cost me if I never get the correct piece, and that's why the game comes into its own. Obviously you might never find that piece, and then you'll have wished that you just put the damn house down, but sometimes you have to take that chance, and this is another one, you see. Alright, this needs 382 trees connected exactly, and I can tuck this in here, and that's great. We also have a little grass field area that we could set up. Maybe we just place that right here. Is there anywhere better? Maybe we could just drop this right in here. Maybe we could place 2 houses here. And begin to extend around this area. And the world gets bigger and bigger, and obviously as you get better at the game, you're probably going to plan better and manage. And each game is different. The pieces are RNG, obviously, which are like randomly generated. And it means that, yeah, every turn is different. You can see the birds are flying over the house. You can even see the little shadows of the birds here flying over. It's a super, super lovely game. Super relaxing, and I'm very, very grateful I was given the chance to review this, because if I'm being completely honest, if I saw this game on Steam, I would look at it and say, that looks nice. Why would I ever play that game? Because sometimes we do judge a game and we do think, oh, you know, I'm not sure, that doesn't look like my kind of game, not my cup of tea, let's not play it. I don't like puzzle games. I find them irritating because I like to relax when I play games, or like work on something skillful or something, and I find puzzle games just to be irritating. This is not that. So here we can complete this. He only needs 1 piece, and with us extending a river out, we can work on that, extend it out a little bit more. Maybe now we can head back to our houses and place our houses down, and very quickly you'll soon begin to notice that, wow, everything is linking up very nicely. And then you can end up in a situation where, because everything's linked, you might only have 10 tiles left, and you might receive a card that says you need 10 fields linked to this card, and all of a sudden you can't place it down because you've got too many linked together. So there's a balance of creating big linked areas and also having enough little side projects going on to keep the game going. And it surprised me, it really did surprise me on just how enjoyable the game was. I just didn't think I was going to like it. I thought it was going to be a frustrating experience. But it just wasn't that. It was pleasant and fun, and I really do recommend it. If you've liked this review, please consider supporting the developers by buying the game if it looks fun for you. You can also subscribe to me through YouTube. If you really enjoy the content, you can become a member, or you can support me on twitch.tv/GGZII and Twitch Prime, or whatever you want to do. Anything is appreciated to help the channel grow. Likes and comments are huge, and it's just been, yeah, a fantastic, pleasant little game. And you can see here where this is an example of a complex area. Now, if I link this here, this fixes this area, and that's great. If I place it here, it's okay. If I place it here, it doesn't look too wrong, but actually that blocks off this field, and all of a sudden there's no space for me to continue the field because there is no field to connect to, and that's over. And then that might be vital. I might need to complete that piece to get extra tiles to continue. So because it's so simple, sometimes you can get lulled into a false sense of security, and you're just building your lovely world, and it's lovely and relaxing, and then all of a sudden you've missed out on an opportunity, and you're playing catch up, and you're desperately trying to make a world work. And it's just been very fun, very, very fun, which is something I wasn't expecting. I'll be honest, I was expecting it to be either calming and relaxing or frustrating. I didn't think it would be fun, which might sound ludicrous, but honestly that is how I felt. I wasn't aware that I had this enjoyment for this type of, I guess, genre of game, or maybe it's the art style or the music, but it's all come together fantastically well. And that was Dorfromantik. As you can see, we'll begin to build and build. There are objectives you can complete, and as the world extends, and if I begin to extend and extend into different biomes, I will unlock different things. I can get high scores. Your scores are tracked. And it's just been very fun. Very, very fun, very pleasant game. I'm very, very pleased I was given the opportunity to review it and show it and showcase it with you. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. It's super charming little game. This was Dorfromantik. Thanks very much.